When the boy went to sleep, the rabbit would snuggle down under the covers and dream. And so time went on, and the little rabbit was very happy. So happy that he never noticed how his fur was getting all matted. And he was getting shabbier and shabbier and shabbier. His tail was coming unsewn in the back. He didn't even notice. And you know, the pink had all worn off his nose where the boy kissed him so much. But he didn't even notice all those things. Near the house where they lived, there was some woods. And in the warm summer evenings, the boy liked to go there and play. And he took the Velveteen Rabbit with him. And as he wandered around, he made a little nest for the rabbit. And he would sit the little rabbit there while he played pirates in the trees. He knew the rabbit would be cozy there in his little nest. And one day, while he was sitting there, he saw something strange come hopping up. It was a rabbit, just like him, but different, a little more furry. And their seams didn't show. When you looked real close, you couldn't see where they were sewn. And the rabbit looked very hard at these other rabbits to see which side the clockwork stuck out or where to put the batteries. He knew that animals who jumped generally had something to make them go, and he couldn't see where this rabbit had anything to make him go. "Why don't you get up and play with us?" one of them asked. "I don't feel like it," said the rabbit. He didn't want to explain that he had no clockwork, no batteries. "Oh, I don't believe you can jump," said the real rabbit. "I can, I just don't want to," said the Velveteen Bunny. But wild rabbits have very sharp eyes. And this one stretched his neck out and looked. "Ah, he hasn't any hind legs," said the rabbit. "Ah, and he doesn't even smell right. He isn't a rabbit at all. He's not real." Oh, the little Velveteen Rabbit almost started to cry. But just then the boy ran past them, and with a stamp of his feet, he shooed the strange rabbits away. "Come back and play with me," said the Velveteen Rabbit. "Oh, please come back." But there was no answer. The Velveteen Rabbit was all alone, and for a long time he lay very still, hoping that the rabbits would come back. But they never did, and the boy came and carried him home. Well, weeks passed, and the little rabbit grew so old and shabby. He lost his shape. He hardly looked like a rabbit anymore, but the boy still loved him. But one day, the boy got very sick. He was very sick. His face got very red. He talked in his sleep, and his little body was so hot that it burned the rabbit whenever he held him. Strange people went in and out of the nursery, and the little rabbit lay hidden under the bedclothes, afraid that someone might take him away, and he knew that the boy needed him very badly. It was a long, weary time. Presently, the fever went away, and the boy got better. To sit up in bed when he felt better and look at picture books while the rabbit snuggled close by. One day, they even let him get up and get dressed. It was a bright morning, and the boy went out onto the balcony. Kelsey, look at me. The boy was going away tomorrow. Nana and the doctor talked about it while the rabbit lay under the bedclothes and listened. The room had to be cleaned and disinfected, and all the books, all the toys, everything the boy played with would have to be thrown away.